بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Since September 2019, the Islamic Education Trust Human Welfare Department has positively touched over 6,500 lives through its intervention program, the food aid program, the financial aid program, Qurbani meat distribution during Eid al-Adha, Widows Empowerment Program, the Orphan Care Program, and the Tree Planting Program. For this good work to continue and be sustained, we need your continuous support. Jazakumullahu khairan as we look forward to your generous donation. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وبه نستعين. Our respected viewers, inshallah, we are going to continue with our new episode. In our last episode, alhamdulillah, our respected presenter, Assistant Director, Research and Training Unit of our Institute, Islamic Education Trust, was able to do justice on some of the qualities a leader is supposed to possess. And some of the qualities I think he discussed was one, he discussed the issue of knowledge and wisdom. He also discussed extensively on the issue of the need for a leader to have piety, which is taqwa. He also discussed the issue of amana, trustworthiness, and others. So on today, inshallah, we are going to transverse into another important quality, which is confidence. But before then, we'd like our viewers to understand that these things we are discussing does not only concern leaders as you used to know them. It's not only concern president, governors, chairman, or this or that. No, leadership at any level. And that's why our Shaykh quoted one hadith in Sahih Bukhari where he said, "Sabatun yuzilluhumullah yawma la zilla illa zilluh." The first person he mentioned, the Prophet ﷺ mentioned, is Imamun Adilun. So on that, if you check Fathul Bari, Al-Imam Ibn Hajar says something very important, that وَلَحِقَ بِهِ كُلُّ مَنْ وَلِيَ شَيْئًا مِنْ أُمُورِ الْمُسْلِمِينَ فَعَدِلَ فِيهِ. That attached to this person, which is Imam Adil, is anybody who is being given a responsibility concerning the issue of Muslims, and he is able to manage it. He is able to exercise justice in it. So it's involved me and you. Whether you are a husband, you are a leader to your family. If you are a principal in a school, you are a leader to your teachers. And a teacher is a leader to his students. So we would like to know, so is it true that having confidence is what is needed or required in a leader?
Alhamdulillah. Wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa mawala. Confidence, which is in Arabic could be called thiqah.
No.
It's also another important quality of a good leader. Confident in command and decisions. Like a leader is the one, as we said, who knows the way, goes the way, and leads the way.
No.
If somebody doesn't have confidence, is not confident, it cannot lead people.
No.
Because it will always be in confusion. Some people say we should do this, some are saying this. What is your opinion on this? Like it will just be moving here and there. With confidence, whatever decision, you will be changing views and decisions all the time. But if he is confident in what he's saying, he stands on it in his decision. So, and that tells people that this, like a standing firmly on your position. And of course, it doesn't mean that one cannot change position if you see a better one. Actually. So, but it's an indicator that somebody is having confidence.
No.
And in his command and in his decision.
No.
That is determined. And also show assertiveness to gain respect of your followers and subordinates. Also, a leader should be assertive. When this is your position, do you feel, let them know. Be bold to express yourself. When some people did something wrong to your followers, be bold. Let them know. So it becomes clear and others can take a lesson from that. I think this is part of it. A leader must have it. Because if he doesn't have it, that reduces, his power. And it reduces, it makes people take him for granted. Is that somebody who doesn't have a stand sometimes? It's not even confident. Sometimes you don't even know whether he belongs to this side or this side, that kind of thing. So it's very important for a leader. So when things get tough, let the followers look up to you and see how you react. So it's part of it. How you react when things, it's just like a leader, or like even in a family setting. We always know that the head of the family is the husband. Right? Now, when somebody comes at night and he knocks the door, bang, 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 and what usually happens, then you see the wife turning to you, maybe shivering. You see the children, this is not normal. Like maybe thief, or who are those people? Now, let's see the head of the family also is shivering. Like, you will kill them, all of them.
Yes, yeah.
So it means, you are not a good head. No confidence. So it's the confidence that we give some people, that calmness and rest of mind, that we have somebody there. So it matters a lot. So if this, could happen, for somebody just at family setting, what about organizational setting? What about at the state level or whatever? So it must be possessed by a leader. Calm down under pressure. It implies that when somebody has confidence, so it comes down under pressure. Nothing so big, like disturbs him. Whatever, no matter how big the issue is, it comes down. Looks carefully. How do we address it? No panicking. That's a leader. And that's why when you look at even the time of our predecessors, a lot of issues of people who come and somebody came to the Prophet and said, "Hi, we are destroyed. Halakatil amwal, no rain." The Prophet said, "What do we do? Oh, people might." Like you say, just calm down. So that's a very good quality of a leader. Allah gives this to people, but also it's something can be improved on by individuals. Through experiences, through reading, through a lot of that. So leadership is about confidence, but too much of it, of course, is not bad. If too confident, sometimes it could be seen as arrogant in somebody. So this is must in a leader. As we said, the leadership are not of the same category. Somebody who is like heading the country, for instance, of course, this is must in him, and he must excel in it. And then that's how it goes down to all. Whoever knows that he's a leader must really possess this kind of quality.
Jazakumullah khairan, and we really appreciate our presenter. And my presenter is my Oga in office, and Alhamdulillah, they used to tell us a story of the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam and his companions. There was a time they were traveling, and the Prophet was one side, he was sleeping while the Sahabas were sleeping at the other side. And one of the kuffar came and snatched the weapon, the sword of the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And the Prophet Sallallahu woke up and saw his sword being snatched. The Kafir said, "Man yamna'uka minni?" Who will protect you from me now? See your sword. But because of the confidence the Prophet ﷺ had, he said, "Allah." On hearing that, the Kafir, because of lack of confidence, was scared and he released the sword. So, and the Prophet ﷺ took the sword and said, "Wa antum man yamna'uka minni?" Qala la ahad. I don't have anybody to protect me. You can see the difference between the Prophet and the Kafir. There is confidence. Our Sheikh used to tell us that. Jazakumullahu khairan, we really appreciate that. And also, is it part of the quality of a leader to be able to inspire, to move people to one direction or not?
Alhamdulillah, this is also a very, very important quality that a leader should possess. Let me start here or begin by a short hadith. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, during Sulh Hudaybiyah, the Treaty of Hudaybiyah, you know, the Muslims, they wanted to go to Mecca to perform Hajj rites, and they could not enter that time. So then, on their way, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam just said, "We have to come back next year." Meanwhile, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam ordered them to slaughter their animals and to also shave their hair. And a lot of people, because they were not happy with the situation, that we wanted to go, let us go and just, if they deny us, let's just fight them. And the Prophet told them, not that they disobey or they don't like the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, but they felt reluctant. And the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam entered, told one of his wives, and this would happen. They see what people are doing. I commanded them, they didn't follow. And the wife, I think Asma, I told the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, you know what? Just go and shave you or call somebody to do the shaving for you.
Allah.
By the time they see that one, I think they should follow, and which is what the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam did. So, inspiring people could be by statements, and it could also be by action. A leader should have that. Should be able to move people. Should be able to, inspire them to do what he wanted them to do, whether in his presence or in his absence. So the most difficult job for a leader is to persuade other people actually to follow. You see a lot of people talking about, my people, they don't follow me, they don't obey me. When I instruct them, they don't follow. It's a difficult thing. It is possible if a leader can inspire others. So through many means, through many ways. As I said, it could be by a statement, by saying something about the virtue of something you commanded them to do, or it could be by action. By the time they see you, doing something also. I think a similar case also in Khandak. I think it can fit into this point. In Khandak, the Battle of Trench, when the Prophet ﷺ, people were digging trench, and they were, I think they wanted to dig around the Medina to protect it from the enemies. The Prophet himself was there. He inspired a lot of people by, even he himself was carrying sand. And there was doing some anashid singing. And this is a way of actually moving a lot of people and inspiring them.
Jazakumullahu khairan for that one. Alhamdulillah. Also, I think qualities of leaders are very, very many. And I think we can't finish them. We can't finish discussing them. But we want to lay our hand on them as much as possible. So, commitment and passion. Some people used to expect their leader to be committed, to have passion in his leadership, to be committed to their affairs. Is this a criteria expected to be seen in a leader?
The simple answer is yes. A leader, that's why you don't force somebody to become a leader.
Allah.
Of course, you can try to persuade him, but let it be out of his own will. Because it requires what? Like, it goes with passion.
Allah.
It goes with commitment. If you force somebody to lead and he doesn't want it, definitely there will not be passion. It's like you have given me something I don't like.
Allah.
And if you have given somebody something that he doesn't like, definitely the result will not exactly. So that's why you don't force somebody to lead.
Allah.
Let it be okay. You can influence and let him know. Of course, it happens. Some people don't want, but because some people see a lot of criteria in them, they feel let's bring them. But they themselves, before even they assume, the position, they are convinced.
Allah.
So this one is also very important, passion and commitment. And the life of Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is full of a lot of narrations about this one. There is a scenario when the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam began his da'wah, his mission. And he started, secretly. Then until when Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala told him that that go and invite and go and warn the people closer to you, your relatives. And that was when the Prophet ﷺ called upon them, when he climbed the mountain and he called all of them, come, and he conveyed the message to them. Like, I'm a warner, to you from Allah. Obey Allah, follow Islam and this. And that's when the enmity began. That even the Abu Lahab, we all know the surah, Tabbat laka ya Muhammad, he said, woe unto you, Muhammad. Like, is it because of this he just gathered us? So it started like that. So a lot of things happened, and at a point in time, these people went to the uncle of the Prophet. The Prophet ﷺ was not having his father and mother at that time, and he was with his uncle.
Allah.
And the uncle, despite the fact that he was also a polytheist pagan, that he was protecting the Prophet ﷺ. He never left him.
Allah.
So they went to him, to the uncle of the Prophet, and they complained to him that, see your son, he's doing this and doing this and this. Can you please prevent him from doing it?
To stop him from
his mission. There is one famous hadith that is weak, that the Prophet said, Wallahi, I swear to God, if they place even sun on my right shoulder and the moon on my left, for me to leave what I'm doing, I will not leave it. Of course, this hadith is so authentic. But there is a little bit similar hadith to this that the Prophet ﷺ said that indicates, shows that the Prophet said, I cannot leave, this job.
There is that commitment.
And that is passion. Like this, I'm ready to die for this.
No.
So that is passion. And commitment, that is, you will use all wherewithal, energy you have, your knowledge, you sacrifice that for, the task given. So this is very, very important.
No.
So the Prophet ﷺ, I think we cited one hadith, I think before, it can still fit in even to, this we are discussing, the issue of Khandaq. That when they decided, and the opinion was brought by Salman al-Farisi, when they heard about the attack that some people from Mecca wanted to come to Medina to come and fight Muslims. And they felt, what do we do? And the Salman al-Farisi brought the opinion that, okay, in Persia, what we used to do, particularly when we are powerless, we don't have power, and we feel the enemies are actually greater and they are more having sophisticated weapons than us, what we do, we just dig trench, surrounding the city, so that when they are coming, they cannot cross it. Whoever attempts will fall in, and that's all. So that opinion was brought to the Prophet ﷺ, and the Prophet ﷺ did what? He embraced it, and they give everybody, where is to dig. And the Prophet ﷺ didn't just sit and be looking at them. He didn't just sit down and be looking and giving instruction. Himself, committed his time and energy, and he was also carrying sound. Wallahi lawlallahi ma tadayna wa la tasaddaqna wa la sallayna fa anzil as-sakinata alayna. They were actually singing like that, so that it to motivate one another. So this is what is called commitment, and this is what is called passion. If the leader doesn't have passion, because it's tied to even if he doesn't have that passion, a lot of people will not follow him.
Exactly.
Because they feel even our leader also,
Thank you very much. Time will not permit us to actually continue, but inshallah, after the short break, we are going to continue from where we stopped. Jazakumullahu khairan. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.